Does he
That's
know?
David Shoar.
What?
That's David
Yeah,
Shoar.
I know, but does he know?
Yeah, when he pulled out in front of us, back here on Pope Road, you could smell the weed.
I see the weed shake sitting in the center console, okay? And I smell the weed. You smelled it when we were behind you, okay? I'm not worried about weed.
Yeah, I've got a medical.
Yeah. Were you smoking in the car?
I did earlier.
Were you smoking when you were on Pope Road? Because we smelled it very, very heavy behind the car. Nothing else. You said there's 2 firearms underneath the front seat?
Yeah,
Okay, other than that, nothing else illegal in the car?
This is Sheriff David Bernard Shoar. Mr. Shoar is a giant in law enforcement in the state of Florida. Mr. Shoar's career as a law enforcement officer spanned 40 years, including 4 years as the chief of police for the city of Saint Augustine and 16 years as sheriff for the St. Johns County, Florida Sheriff's Department. During Mr. Shoar's 4 decades as a law enforcement officer, I believe it is safe to say that hundreds of people in St. Johns County have been arrested, charged, prosecuted, convicted, and have done jail time for possession of marijuana. Mr. Shoar himself has undoubtedly arrested many of those people. On December 15th of 2023, the now retired Sheriff Shoar was stopped by officers with the Saint Augustine Beach Police Department. From Officer Adams' written report, on Friday, December 15th, 2023, I conducted a traffic stop on a red Ford Explorer for failing to stop at a red light while turning. The vehicle stopped at Pope Road and A1A Beach Boulevard. Prior to the traffic stop, I could smell the odor of marijuana emitting from the vehicle. There were no other vehicles on the road at that time, and I had reason to believe it was coming from said vehicle. As I approached the passenger side door, I made contact with the driver and sole occupant of the vehicle, David Shoar. While collecting David's information and speaking with him, I observed pieces of marijuana on his center console. Additionally, there was a very strong odor of marijuana emitting from the vehicle. I had David exit the vehicle and conduct a probable cause search of the vehicle. During my search, I located 3 marijuana cigarettes. David had a medical marijuana card. However, the marijuana was not in its original packaging and had been used inside of the vehicle. I collected the marijuana and submitted it into evidence for destruction. David was given a verbal warning for both the traffic violation and having the marijuana inside the vehicle. David was released from the scene. No further action at this time. However, there was something that was not mentioned in Officer Adams' written report here. The fact that there were 2 firearms underneath the driver's seat of David Shoar's vehicle, along with the marijuana. Due to Officer Adams' use of discretion, Mr. Shoar drove home that night and slept in his own bed instead of sleeping in a jail cell. What is your opinion about this? As you watch the following exclusive body cam recording, do you think if it were you or I or anybody that isn't a member of the Thin Blue Line gang, that we would have been afforded the same generous officer discretion?
Bravo 7237 St. John.
Bravo 7237 again.
Bravo 1050 on a red Ford Explorer Street.
No. Say Bravo 7237, 1054, 1029, showing valid on a red Ford SUV to Gordian Strategics out of St. Augustine Beach.
Bravo 7237 St. John.
Go ahead.
65229s for 2 signal zeros.
Tamper gun.
First one's going to be Bravo Echo Victor. Should come back to a Beretta so far.
So far.
See 1023 on the other one. I'm trying to get it out of the holster.
No.
Bravo 7237 65.
Table.
Charlie Juliet Papa on a Smith & Wesson revolver.
No. Say no to Bank Bravo 7237. Say no to Bank Bravo 7237.
Go ahead.
1054, 1029 times 2 on both serial numbers. Jeopardy.
Thank you very much. We'll be back from primary.
Table.
God bless you. I'll make it work. Okay.
Did you hang out with him for a minute?
15 years.
Yeah.
Wow. All right, I'll be right back, okay? Just hang out with this officer.
Okay, buddy. How you doing?
Good, and you?
Got it for Christmas?
Yes, sir.
know, when I started in 1981. We were all single guys. We worked Christmas Eve for the guys. They still do it, I think.
Yeah, we still do.
Do you?
Yes, sir.
It's kind of that's a nice thing. You get a guy with 2 small kids, you know.
Yeah, it is kind of busy though.
Alright, sir. Could you do me a favor? Just come out here and take the car.
Does he know?
Shoar.
What?
Yeah,
I know, but does he know?
Yeah, when he pulled out in front of us, back here on Pope Road, you could smell the weed.
Guys?
Yeah, what's up, man?
How y'all doing?
Come over here to the side of my car. I'm going to put my car up there. You know, if you just want to hang out right there. Alright. I see the weed shake sitting in the center console, okay? And I smell the weed. You smelled it, and they're behind you, okay? I'm not worried about weed.
Yeah, I've got a medical.
Yeah. Were you smoking in the car?
I did earlier.
Were you smoking when you were on Pope Road? Because we smelled it very, very heavy behind the car. No?
I was on the phone. So I did earlier.
Well, I'm not worried about weed. Unless you got pounds of weed in that car, I do not worry about it. But I am just going to search the car real quick, make sure there's nothing else. You said there's 2 firearms underneath the front seat?
Yeah, 2
Other than that, nothing else illegal in the car?
No.
A couple silly questions I'm going to ask you, okay? Again, this is the same stuff I do all of my practice stuff, okay? There's no cocaine in the car?
Oh, God.
No heroin?
No, God.
No LSD, ecstasy,
nothing.
pills, nothing, right? Okay. Alrighty. You don't have anything illegal on you? Any weed on you? Nothing?
No, I don't have any.
Is there any weed in you?
I think there may be a couple of joints and a cigarette.
Okay, that works. Just do me a favor, turn around, put me in my car, just search you real quick, and make sure
Yes,
they
sir.
go, okay? Trying to get some air. One second. What's a can of Copenhagen Tops right nowadays? $20? Yeah, it's insane.
It's outrageous.
$10. I did for like 13 years. My wife made me.
Conference.
This is what I do on everything. I want to
I
stay consistent.
appreciate
You know what I mean?
I support you 100%.
I'm not trying to give you a hard time. I'm not trying to
You've
like that.
been great.
I want to stay consistent.
And like I said, I'm the perfect case.
Yeah, no, you're good. I'm not worried about it. Like I said, I'm just going to do my thing real quick.
Absolutely.
Okay. You guys just hang out with me.
Yeah.
Come on, man.
How y'all doing, guys? How long you been on?
About 6 months.
No kidding. Where'd you go to the academy?
St. John's.
Did you love it?
It was an experience. It was a good experience.
You love this stuff.
I do love this.
I know, man.
It's a lot of fun.
I got hired December 22nd of 1981.
1981.
Yeah, and we had nothing.
Yeah.
I mean, one blue light, had a little federal radio,
Yeah.
and then 2 buttons for the lights inside.
Yeah, that's what our main instructor in the academy, Commander Donlin.
Oh, John's a great
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah, he was telling us all about that.
He's a great guy.
Yeah, he was probably one of my favorite instructors over there.
Yeah, John's got a lot of expertise. He's a great trainer.
He's a great guy.
Great guy all around.
I think he was probably my favorite instructor there,
Yeah.
honestly.
What about who's the other one? Oh God, who's the other guy teaching? Brian Harrington. Is he teaching?
Harrington, yeah. He's the high liability.
Was he good? He's a smart
He's
guy.
real good. Yeah,
He's
Harrington was real cool too.
He's a smart guy.
Harrington was real cool.
Yeah, Harrington's a smart guy.
Yeah, he was he oversees like all the high liability stuff.
Right.
So he was like the range master, the track master, and all that stuff for driving and shooting and everything like that. He was real cool too.
Good.
Him and Donlin were great.
Yeah, they're good guys.
It was a great academy. He went through it too.
The same one?
Same one, yes, sir.
I think it was about 400 hours. How many hours is it now?
770.
Okay, I think it was 420.
Yeah.
I think it was 420.
Yeah, they must have added some to it. 'Cause I know they gave us like at the river we had like spring break and everything like that off like a regular college would.
Right.
So it kind of stretched it out a lot. Like so the academy, it could have been like 5 months, but with all the days off they were giving us, like spring break and all that stuff, it turned it into like 6 months, 6.5 months.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, guys, we've come a long way. Man, I tell you, I actually never, when I was with the city, I was involved with getting the computers in the cars, the first ones.
Yeah.
But I never had to work with them in a car.
The city, like
City of
Saint Augustine.
really,
Yeah, I worked there for 24 years.
really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, and I was a lieutenant at the time, and they were just coming on with the computers, and all they had was cell towers,
Yeah.
And I got involved in that, but by then I worked the street for 17 and a half years. 10 as a uniform patrol officer, 7 as a uniform patrol sergeant. But then I made lieutenant. I came off the road, got the computers in, and then I went up.
Yeah.
And I never worked with them. I mean, I couldn't get in that. I wouldn't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
And now you guys wouldn't know what to do without it.
No.
Back in the days, we had to go get the Polaroids and cut the shit out on the middle thing to make the lineups. Now you can just hit a button, right?
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's real nice in there. It's a lot of like technology just makes it a lot easier.
That's also the downfall of law enforcement, though.
That's true.
Oh, I think you're right.
Cell tower goes down, we're screwed.
Yeah.
Yeah. AT&T goes down, you're done.
Yep.
I worked, and when we first started, we actually started before the sheriff's office because they didn't have the coverage, the tower coverage. So we went to computers first, but we didn't know. It was the early days. The software wasn't worth a shit. It was totally different now.
Yeah. Yeah, I believe it. Yeah, pretty
Now,
much
I'll tell you the one
everything.
thing we did do right though. Even though you're right, Wi-Fi and all that shit, we actually got that new radio system here, and that is remarkable because before we had that, it was a piece of shit. Radio. I mean, because it didn't work half the time.
Yeah. No, I believe it. Yeah, now everything's like all digital, all electronic and everything. You've been retired for about
3 years.
3 years?
Yeah.
What have you been doing since?
The first year I did nothing. Now we're building a new house in the city, St. Augustine Beach, and building a house. Got 2 beautiful grandchildren. I'm doing some consulting. I got back. The first year I didn't do shit, and I'm telling you, don't do that when you retire. You guys are going 150 miles an hour, all the time. And retire. So the first year I didn't do shit, miserable. So I got into consulting. Just grew real low. And but you get to pick who you want to work with.
Yeah.
You guys don't get to do that. You get to you know, you work with your buddies, but you don't get to pick who you're going to deal with on the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now you get to, when you retire, you get to do that. You know.
So you're building a house now?
Yeah.
That's awesome. You got a lot of nice houses in there.
Huh?
You got a lot of nice houses in there.
Yeah, it's a beautiful neighborhood. There's no HOA.
Nope.
On it, so it's high. Like when we started building our house, we were at
Honestly, I thought most neighborhoods over here flooded.
it's never flooded.
Really?
There's been people that live here over 35 years and never had it flooded.
That's insane. I never knew that. I just kind of assumed, like, I know Treasure Beach floods really bad.
That's because it's on the
Yeah,
canals
it's
and
around the
shit,
intercoastal,
yeah.
the intercoastal.
And I'm going to tell you though, the last couple of, when we had these hurricanes, like this weekend, everything floods. It wasn't like that years ago.
No.
I mean, development and a lot of other things, I guess. You guys married, single?
I'm single.
Right, you single?
Yeah, I'm not married.
Yeah, good for you, man.
Yeah, I'm not married. What about you, Officer Gatchman?
Not married.
You haven't had that special lady yet?
Two single guys.
Two single guys.
Two young single cops. Get the fuck.
I don't got time much to do anything other than work and sleep.
Yeah,
Sleeping, I tell you, that takes up a lot of my time.
See, I never had to work 12-hour shifts either.
Really?
No.
What
We
kind of
were
shifts?
8-hour shifts.
Really? Was
Yeah.
it like 5/8s?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I like working like 4 and 3/12s better
Right.
than 5/8s. I'd rather be here longer in one day and less days than like shorter in a day or 4 days throughout the week, you know? Because sometimes those weeks that you're only working like, what is it, the 2-day weeks? Those are nice.
Well, if you look at it, you half the day years are off and the other half you're not.
Yeah?
That's pretty good.
No, it's definitely a good gig.
Yep. Absolutely.
I'm really starting to like shift work too. So
Oh,
I'm
I
starting to
loved
like
it.
it.
I loved it. You can get used to it.
Oh yeah. I wasn't sure how I was gonna adjust to it coming to this because I worked at Publix before this, and
You get used to it.
yeah, you get used to it real quick.
Some guy, every once in a while, even a young guy just can't sleep during the day.
Yeah.
I never had that problem. Most guys don't.
Alright, sir. So like I said, I'm not worried about weed, okay? There's those 3 joints in there. So they're not in the right container, so I do gotta take them, alright?
Oh, no worries, man.
But,
No worries. I appreciate it.
Not writing you no
And I
tickets.
apologize. I was on the phone,
Yes, sir.
and I got stopped about 8 months ago. Same thing. I was on the phone. But I was driving fine. I ran the light,
Yeah.
but my drive was fine. I don't remember running it, but
Yes,
I was
sir.
on the phone.
So there's a ton of weed shake and little pieces of weed all throughout the car. So
Yeah,
I'm
okay,
sure
I'll-
you know, I'm just going to tell you because I'm going through the same steps, okay? But even with the medical marijuana card, you can't smoke it or have it in your car unless it's an original
I
packaging,
thought
alright?
about that.
So,
I
Just keep it at the
appreciate
house, keep it out of the car.
I appreciate
Definitely
it.
vacuum it out.
Yep.
put some air fresheners in it, all right?
I tell you, there's a guy when I went to when it was recommended by my the VA and the Mayo Clinic. Actually, the Mayo Clinic recommended it, and I was going through it, and I went to this place to get it, and I ran into retired cops,
Really?
local guy.
Yeah.
You know, so.
All right, let me just do this really quick,
All
and
right,
then so
man.
I can get you out of here,
appreciate
okay?
being out here, my friend.
Yes, sir.
Just like lived over here. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I got down here in 1980 from Massachusetts.
Okay.
And I became a cop when I was just turned 20 years old. And back then, I'm just glad, like that training center we were talking about earlier.
That's how old I am.
I was
20.
You got it. I can tell you right now, you got it. Because you talked and had it. You like that? You like that?
I got
He's
it.
got it too, though. These guys got it too.
Yeah, you guys got it too, though.
But I'm going to tell you, it's
Okay.
rare though, because I was 20 and you're 30 young.
Yeah.
I mean, we did our job, but the single, the 20, we used to come down here to Panama Heavens, the old one.
Yeah. The Krabbies, I think that's what it
11
was.
shifter, the tailgate till 4 in the morning, you know. But every once in a while, you get a young guy to come in that age. But, did you go to the academy with Kyle McCarthy?
I did not. Did you?
Who?
Kyle McCarthy?
No.
No? You just graduated.
Yeah, I didn't.
How long ago did you graduate?
I graduated in June.
He's been around.
Last June.
Okay, he came right after you.
Yeah.
He just graduated.
Okay, yeah. Yes, he was in
Couldn't
that.
have been you guys.
No. Yeah, he must have been in the one directly after me then.
A sharp guy.
Where's he applying at?
I think he has up.
Yes, sir?
Yeah. Donlin, I talked to John, and John said he's sharp.
Yeah.
I've met him a couple of times. He's a young guy, 24, 5, you know. Got his degree from Flagler.
Okay.
Came down here to go to college, squared away guy.
Probably something at the same time. I had my driver.
Yeah, there was a few of our guys in our class too that had their degrees from Flagler specifically.
Yeah, you don't have your college. Right?
I didn't go to college, no.
Yeah, but you got so much time. So.
I spend the wee hours in the morning on night shift trying to get through it.
What I did it. That's what I did it.
Alright.
Thank you, brother. I appreciate you.
Right. Like I said, just try to get back
Hey,
in.
man, I appreciate it. I do,
Yes,
man.
sir.
I do. And thanks so much for being out here, guys.
Absolutely. Thank
Holiday
you.
time, and y'all. And I'm going to tell you something. I don't know how you guys do your job. Just be careful.
Absolutely.
You know, we had 50, 67,000 people here when I started.
Yes, sir.
You know, and now it's, forget about the people that live here, the people coming through. You know.
Yes, sir.
All right, y'all be safe.
Yes, sir. Have a good
Thanks,
night.
guys.